kilometers, they've got to stay right on their mettle every second of the lap.
Look at Dick Johnson starting to close here on Larry Perkins as they come down to tyre power turn. Johnson's had the speed in a straight line here at Mount Panorama along with John Bowe the last couple of days. Now it's Perkins who'll hug to the inside, and Johnson, will he make a move as they crest the top of the hill? This is where they're travelling at about 270 kilometres an hour. They come over the top, and here's the next view of them running downhill. Absolutely flat strap. Perkins the inside, and Johnson trying to squeeze, can't do it. They come down into Caltech's chase.
Very dicey. Boy, those cars are moving so fast through that chase. Dick Johnson must have supreme confidence in his car. Certainly supreme confidence in himself. That's a very, very hairy move to make.
But you can't lose sight of the fact that it's almost 300 kilometres an hour, 180 miles an hour on the old scale down Conrod Straight. These cars are very, very fast. We don't need to tell you that. Peter Brock climbing onto the back of Dick Johnson here as they complete the first of 3 laps. Larry Perkins coming under increasing pressure as we take Dunlop Race Cam aboard Dick Johnson's Falcon EF, and he's really hammering the back of Perkins' car as they get onto Mountain Straight for the second time. Drag racing in, and look at the amount of mumbo these Shell FAO Fords have got. Johnson, see you later, Larry. The most demoralising display of big horsepower from the Shell Falcon here.
He's got the line in the next turn, though. And Perkins closes it up, says, Dick, I'm back. Takes the lead again through Repco corner. And Johnson will work on him as they come down Conrod the next time. This is a fabulous race going with the top 3.
Peter Brock in a watching brief in 3rd position. Brocky's picked a very hard compound tyre for the 2:15 lappers today, and he'll be checking out the speed of these Dunlop shot cars ahead of him.
He'll be real happy with that 3rd place, though, Mark. He's happy knowing that he's got a combination that'll serve him well in the heats, but good on him to pick up a point here today. But Perkins out in front, knowing that if he can get 3 points before he starts the action in the first heat, he'll be a happy boy.
Coming down now to Skyline, through Castrol, Perkins, Johnson close, and will he make another move out of the draft on Conrod Straight?
He's certainly not letting him get away. Look at that, how tight they are, and that's hard down through here. The Dipper, he's less than a half a car length away from the guy in front of him. This is top driving by 3 champion drivers, each of them Bathurst winners.
So it's Perkins, Johnson, Brock, Longhurst, Bowe, Seaton, Gardner, Jones, Mazur and Scape. That's the 10 in the dash as they come down Conrod Straight one more time. As Mike said, 280 kilometres an hour in a straight line down Conrod. An awesome sight, these cars, as they swing through Caltech's chase. Larry Perkins and Dick Johnson well in the draft here. Tucks under the wing of the Castrol Commodore as they come around the chase for the second time. Johnson on the outside. He'll duck back in for this very difficult braking manoeuvre in a straight line. Look at the speed of these things under brakes.
I think he might have given himself a bit of a fright on that opening lap, Mark. He wasn't going to do that twice, and good on him. That's a good judgment factor there. He realizes Larry's got his medal here this morning. But here we go, under brakes. He's certainly not letting him go. Larry making the right move on the inside to protect the corner. It's exactly what he should do.
Coming up now, there's going to be fairly close as they take the signal for the last lap. Brocky's got onto the freight train as well. Johnson is going to make a move here, but he's going to try and get back up the inside if he can of Perkins. Perkins holds him in check. Brock sits in the draft of Dick Johnson. Then it's John Bowe, who's made a fabulous run from the back of the field as Johnson pulls alongside Perkins. Here he comes, showing him our Castrol Oils race cam, but Perkins will try and race him. Dick's trying to get across to the right-hand side. Can't do it. Perkins shuts that option off.
Fantastic. Really well done. You can see a little extra torque in the Ford motor there, holding Larry off in a straight line, passing him, in fact. But the Perkins car nailing him under brakes, and Dick just can't make the move. Can't get around.
That'll be a pretty promising show for Larry Perkins. He said at Simmons Plains he was demoralised by the amount of power the Shell Falcons had, but gee, he's holding Johnson gear change for gear change there. That shows a lot of promise, particularly on a big power circuit like Mount Panorama. Perkins leads him across the top once again.
They come beneath the Two East Bridge. And this is almost a reenactment of several 2 East 1000s that we've seen at Mount Panorama. The big guns are coming through here, and we believe the boot lid of Perkins' car. I don't know if he's getting more of an aerodynamic lift here, but it will lift it. There it is, yes. Yep. So it hasn't worried Larry.
Well, the air will be pushing it down. It'll have to work hard to come up any further than that.
Through the Firestone Dipper and heading down to tyre power turn. Will Johnson mount a challenge in this final lap on Conrod Straight? Brock sits there. They make the exit to this turn now, the wide open spaces of Conrod.
Well, the Mobil 1 car is sitting very nicely. I think Peter will be very happy with his performance, knowing that he didn't do as well as he would have liked to have in qualifying.
Coming up to the top of the hill, look at Johnson, try the signal if he can get down the inside. Next shot shows you side by side. 300 kilometres an hour into the right-hander and down into Caltech's chase. Perkins, who sets a car up, engineers a car, then drives it to perfection. He comes out of the turn in the Castrol Commodore. Dick Johnson and the Shell FAI Ford and Peter Brock in the Mobil Commodore. Will Johnson have enough to slip down the inside? No, sir. Lightning Larry will strike in the Shell National Championship Day as the checkered flag comes out and Larry Perkins beats Dick Johnson, Peter Brock and John Bowe across the line here at Mount Panorama. What an adrenaline-charged Peter